CJ, I was just asking Coach about you had your floater working really well the other night. I know he said it's a shot you've been working on, and a shot that hasn't gone down a lot this season. When you start having some success with something like that, you've been working on like all year. How does that feel, and how much of a boost does that give you?
Honestly, it feels really good just for the work to finally pay off. We work on that every day, not just me, but all the guys. And Musa had a floater as well last game, which was very nice. So we just got to continue working on it every day pretty much, and hopefully it'll continue to happen in success.
For the role that you play in this team and what you do in the offense, how important is it for you when that shot is going?
I guess you could say it's important. I just like to kind of give what the team needs at that game. Certain games call for different things. Obviously, we've been struggling a little bit in the past couple of games, so especially in the first half last game. So I feel that I need to be a little bit more aggressive in my attack.
Musa, what are just the general emotions of going back to Bloomington to play? And I assume you're going to have a lot of family there. Just how excited are you to get back there to play?
I'm not like overly excited. Like, it's pretty cool to go back to my hometown and play, but that's not my main focus. It's the last regular season game of the year, and I just want to send my seniors out right.
You guys, for either one of you guys kind of shut down their guards last time you guys played here. Whereas last year they had a big game. What were you guys able to do defensively in your last game against them to kind of limit their production?
Just the biggest thing is just being active in our gaps. That's what the coaches preach all the time. Kind of disrupt their timing. We know they're dynamic guards based on, like you said, last year they had big games here. So we just kind of didn't want that to repeat, and we got to take the same approach tomorrow.
You guys were last week positioned to kind of control your own destiny in terms of at least getting a share of a Big Ten championship, and now you can win and get some help and still get there. But when that happened, when you kind of lost control of that, did that at all, like, I don't know, take the wind out of your sails? Did that affect the team in any way, knowing that you were positioned to win a championship and kind of lost it a little bit?
I wouldn't say that it took the wind out of anyone or us personally, but I would just say that we know the Big Ten's a long schedule, and we had an amazing run, so we just got to continue to keep going and keep going. We had a tough week last week. There's been stretches where each team in the Big Ten has had tough weeks. It would just happen to be our turn last week at a tough time. But we just got to continue and control what we can control at this point.
And I guess in general, I know you have a lot of goals, and I'm sure somewhere on the list is winning a league championship, but it's a long season, like you said, and you need to take a day-to-day approach. So just how do you approach the idea of winning a league championship? Is it something that you do think about, or do you try to put it out of your mind even when you are in a position to win it?
I guess, it's always in the back of your mind. That's what you come here to do. You come here to win championships, and that's what we wanted to do. But obviously, that we dropped those two last week, and it hurt us in the standings part. But mentally and in the locker room, we still have the same goal in mind. Take the floor tomorrow and be ready to play against a hungry Indiana team. So that's all we can control at this point.
CJ, obviously the guards in general had a couple rough games, and we talked about the physicality and whatnot. It looks like you guys kind of got some swagger back the other night. Is that kind of the sense that you figured some stuff out?
Yeah, I know me and Dockage, we were talking about it, just how we were just on our heels the past couple of games and how we need to get back to just playing like ourselves, having confidence in each other and having confidence in the rest of the team. And that's kind of what happened Tuesday night.
And how much does having Cam kind of get back into the flow of things and, knock down a few shots, get his confidence going as guards in general?
Yeah, that definitely helps. Cam's confidence is unbelievable. He's in the we know what he can do just based on the great career that he's had here, shooting the ball. He's gotten a lot better defending the ball, so that definitely helps. He's able to stretch the floor when he's out there when we're on offense, so it makes it a lot tougher for teams to guard all of us.
The last few games, you go to Purdue, you have a good offensive game, you've had some defensive games, you had some games where you haven't played as much. I'm just curious your mentality here over this final stretch of the season. Where do you kind of stand with everything?
Kind of the same thing as like overall for the team, just go day by day and try to get better any way you can. And the playing time, it is what it is. I just have to give what I can for the team on the bench or the minutes that I get.
CJ, when couple of times this season when you have come off the bench, you've talked about how that sort of lets you see the game a little bit better, and you've had some really effective scoring nights. How do you, at this point in the season, like where do you feel more comfortable? Do you feel more comfortable as a starter? Do you feel more comfortable coming off the bench? What do you think about that?
I honestly haven't really given it any thought like to where I will begin the game. Just kind of my approach is the same whether I'm starting or coming off the bench, just to give the team what it needs offensively and defensively. Just trying to get the guys huddled on dead ball situations. That's kind of what I think about before the game, not necessarily like where I'm going to start out the game.
What kind of things can you see when you come off the bench and then you come in and start impacting a game? What do you see, or what do you look for in those first couple of minutes if you're not starting?
Just the pace of the game, who's aggressive that certain night for their team offensively and defensively, just kind of how the flow of the game's going, how calls are being called, things like that.
Coach said that in between, I think it was like the Penn State-Michigan game, you were getting some medical treatment for the cramping you've been dealing with. How bad has that been this season? What do you have to do to hopefully put that in the past?
We just basically trying to figure out what it is, whether it has to do with neurology or whatever, however you say it, or yeah, that or was it my nutrition or hydration? And so we're just trying to figure that out. The trainers just think it's a thing of a little bit of both, so I'm just kind of taking that day by day as well.
CJ, last time you played Indiana, a lot of the focus offensively was getting to the guys inside. Do you see in this game how your role could change with maybe more of a focus on the paint area?
That's kind of what we try to do every game. We talk about paint touches, whether that's driving the ball or throwing it into our big guys like Caleb and Micah. That's kind of how we are. We play inside out, and so that's kind of going to be the focus no matter who we play.
With you maybe becoming more of a distributor, does that kind of change your game plan heading into this game compared to maybe more of an offensive role?
No, I wouldn't say so. I would just say however the game is being played tomorrow, I'll figure that out at the time. You know, you can game plan all you want, and then when you get out there, things are different. So you just kind of got to see how it goes the first couple of minutes.
You guys have both spent time in the starting lineup. How much time do you have to spend practicing your handshake with Joey?
I don't know. Usually, like, if you find out that you're starting and you see Joey, that's the first thing you talk about. You know, you try to get it down, practice it a couple times.
How does it take you to get it ready?
Probably 2 minutes.
Mine's real simple, so like 30 seconds.
There have been games, especially a little bit lately, where Keita sort of struggled to really get going offensively, and he's obviously so far this season been the main source of like offensive production. What do you all have to do to try and either help him break some of the double teams, or even score like without getting as much production out of him?
I just think everyone has to be aggressive in a sense. He's obviously going to draw attention no matter what's going on because he's an unbelievable player. So we just got to kind of help him, find him in spots a little bit more, look for him a little bit more than we have the past couple of games. But I'm not really too concerned about it. He knows how to play. He knows what to do. So he's been here 4 years. He knows how to play. I don't know.
What does it take? You know, you mentioned that you all need to be more aggressive. What exactly does that sort of entail?
Like we talked about, just not being on our heels necessarily, driving the ball a lot more, being shot ready. We haven't been shot ready when other guys have been driving. Just things of that nature. Looking in the post a little bit more, things like that.
You guys huddle up after wins in the locker room and sing the Buckeye Battle Cry. What is that? Do you guys enjoy doing that? What is that moment like after a win together?
Usually that just like kind of puts the win like in cement, and that's what we're looking forward to. You know, the past couple of weeks we missed it a couple of times, and so like finally be able to sing it, like everybody's singing it with full hearts, and you know that's what we try to get to every game.
Yeah, obviously you didn't do that last year. What was it like when you got that started this season?
It was definitely different, but like Musa said, it gave us something kind of look forward to, or it kind of puts a stamp on the win that we got that night. But we like it a lot, though.
Who's the best singer?
I don't know. Scooney leads it, so I'll have to say Scooney.
Last question.
Guys, it seems like you kind of have rekindled the fire of excellence here at Ohio State with just one regular season game to go, and then it's tournament time. How do you guys want this team to be remembered in the history of Ohio State basketball?
Just for people to know that we gave it our all and that we stayed consistent with it and followed through all of our ups and downs, and just trying our best to give the state what they want.
Yeah, I would say the same. That we just played for each other. We played for the fans. We played just the right way, and we've tried our best just to improve from last year, but also just maximize our potential. That's kind of what our goal is, and every day we've gotten better so far. So we just got to see how it ends.
Thanks, guys.